سنة وسنة ونص في كوبنهاجن، دولة 5 ملايين نسمة. الجامعة أخذت نفس الطريقة اللي أخذتها جامعة غلاسكو وسوت نفس العملية. It will give away all the patents in order to improve the economy for the country. When we are talking about the economy of Denmark, it's a country with almost 5 million population, and the growth rate is almost zero or even minus. But it has one of the largest economies. Talking about some of the big manufacturers of insulin, Novo Nordisk is a giant players in the biopharmaceuticals. Talking about Maersk, talking about many other companies that they are playing well in the economy. So what we need يعني إن شاء الله بس فائدة بسيطة، نتمنى أنه يكون في عندنا إحنا تأثير على بعض صناع القرار في الجامعات. نتوقع أنه بعض الباتنت في الجامعات أنها تكون لها فعالية وقدرة على المساهمة في دفع عجلة الاقتصاد السعودي. وأنا I'll just give an example. كان جتنا واحدة من الجامعة في الحاضنة وكان عندها project very good project وعندها patent. when we started to do the business plan for her, الباتنت مأخوذة من مدينة الملك عبد العزيز للعلوم والتقنية. تكلمنا مع المدينة، أرسلوا لنا خطاب رسمي إنه المفروض إنكم ما تعملون فيه شيء لأننا إحنا نمتلك نص الباتنت. جيت وكلمت رئيس الجرانت أوفيس هذاك الوقت قبل 4 سنوات. قلت له طيب كيف تبغى نحل الموضوع؟ قال لا هذا تبع وزارة المالية. نراجع وزارة المالية، وزارة المالية قالوا لنا ارجعوا المدينة. We got lost in that circle, complicated circle. So there is kind of sometimes legislations and procedure that we have to deal with it. We have to work in order to change it. I'm just want to throw this comment for you guys to work it on your mind, to see whether you can just influence the decision makers within your organizations, universities, or any institutions that you are working at. We are having some issues here that we have to deal with it in the legislations and also in the practicality of such patents. So sorry for taking a few minutes of your time, but I'll make the stage open for your questions.
السلام عليكم. محمد الهاجري، أخصائي ملكية فكرية وبراءة اختراع. I have 2 questions. I'm having one regarding the Bayh-Dole Act, and the other one is about for the ESCWA issue. About the Bayh-Dole Act, I think that it is sometimes abused by the American universities for foreign entities when they come to do research funded by foreign companies in US. Because it happened several times by different universities that they say, we own the IP right, you own nothing, and we will license it back to you, which is not fair. So I know a company and that they stopped completely doing any research, to fund any research in any US university because of this kind of abuse to foreign industry trying to do research in US. And they moved to do the research in different countries like Far East and Russia, some Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, whatever you name it, just to get away from being stolen by Bayh-Dole Act, something they don't understand. This is one question. The question about for the ESCWA is about the technology transfer and the universities in the Arab world. We all know that our universities are working just to do papers. They are not in industry. And when they came nowadays to do some patents, it's not because of the sake of profit. It's not in their mind. They never think about profit. The only profit professors think about is what's getting in here, in their pocket, personal pocket. So if I am publishing papers, this is what I get in my pocket. Now they are filing patents because there is, especially in Saudi Arabia, they get raised in their salary for that. And they get something from the king if they get a US patent, not any other patent, which is not right. So what we are saying, the boom in patent filing is just a bubble that's going to go soon. The point is about the technology transfer. When I'm trying to transfer any technology, if I'm moving one technology from one country to another, what I want is to understand, to make sure that I'm not stepping in anyone's right in that country, especially the Arab countries. So I need to do an FTO in this country or that country. The patent offices in the Arab world does not support that. They don't have database of their own. So how do you expect them to provide us with data if I'm going to put any industry in the market to license some technologies there. And when we come to some kind like a Saudi patent law, when the damage for infringement in 100,000 riyals, this is about $25,000, $30,000, I will infringe you every day. If this is the damage, it's nothing. So we need to change this kind of laws before we are talking about technology transfer, technology development. We need to change the mentality of the professors in university, because I have seen 99% of the university in patents, something shameless. You will get shamed if you see what kind of patents is coming out of there. So this is my question. Thank you very much.
I'll address the Bayh-Dole criticism, and I agree with it entirely. The universities in the United States have used Bayh-Dole as a crutch to establish a policy that you pay them for the research, then you pay them for the opportunity to use the results of the research, and you pay them for a lot of other things in this process. It's not just foreign companies that face that. U.S. companies who want to fund research at the universities have the same problem. While that remains a problem, and indeed some people suggest that funded research at universities is decreasing because of that inflexible approach to the result, the access to the results, there is now competition among universities for research, and so that they're beginning to become more flexible, if for no other reason that their funding is decreasing. So it's a valid criticism, and I think one that applies to everybody.
Also, I would like to add a comment to the first question. I'm not passionate to the Bayh-Dole Act, but for every act or for every legislation, we see the pros and cons, and we see the advantages and disadvantages. And I know well that, as I told you earlier, when I attended their 30th anniversary, they are doing lots of serious actions in order to improve such act and amend it. And there is a case that has been raised to the Supreme Court where university has been abused by Stanford University. They lose a case to the Roche company, where there is one of their postgraduate, got his work taken by a company that has been bought by Roche company, and they first give the case to the Stanford University, and then it went to the Supreme Court, and then Roche company won the case. This was 2011, and it was one of the main reason for the decision makers also there to amend the act. So it's, as we've just mentioned, for any system or any application, there is an advantages and disadvantages, and you won't know it till you practice it.
I agree with you on the kind of regulations and synergy between the Arab countries, and even I would say add to that about the universities in the region, that the promotion of the professors are based on publishing papers. Now start to focus on patenting, but I would say they should also focus on how much they can generate money from that. This is something should be done in the region, and it's just a very early stage in the whole region to coordinate on that and develop that, and it will take time, but hopefully it will be achieved.
Okay, please.
A very quick one to answer your second questions. And I share this with Tom Hockaday from Oxford ISIS. Tom Hockaday is the managing director of the Tech Transfer Oxford. And we share a common belief. There will always be very good faculty staff who want to publish paper. So be it. Our encouragement is to look for those scientists who likes to do commercialization and focus on working with them, because if you can get one or two success, it is a good story for them. That's point number one. So we work with people who really wants to. We can't, Oxford got a lot of professors, and not everybody wants to, patent, but work with those and make success of commercialization a story. Point number two, I'm increasingly also see in my organization in A-Star Singapore, there are people shifting. Not all of them, there are few of them very interested now in IP and commercialization, if the tech transfer and the environment helps them. In fact, now I'm helping one scientist who is a consultant to a startup company. So he feels good also because it's good for his standing, as well as in applied proposal, he can say that he has got commercial project. So for me also, I sit in a lot of committee to give grant. I find that between two scientists, the one who got commercialization or some experience, the fund usually goes to them because of their experience, all right? So it works both ways, okay? Yeah.
Very quickly, I mean, just one example of to mention that also the faculties can really take their fate by themselves. I mean, in order really to change a little bit, I mean, the culture. In Morocco, I attend personally to the creation of a technology transfer office where the faculties are shareholders of the office. This means they are the one who's really pushing in order that the university is really willing to give them importance when they are going into patenting rather than publishing. Of course, they understand that they can patent first, and then, of course, they can also publish. I mean, the fact that you publish it doesn't mean that you cannot really patent first. You cover yourself. You can make all the protection that you need. And then, of course, you can go through the promotion. I mean, academic promotion that you, that you have in your system. And you can, of course, continue. So this system has been set in Mohammed Sadis University in Rabat. I mean, so it's a good case that you can get inspired of.
Do you have a question from the ladies' side?
السلام عليكم. صباح الخير وشكرا على الجهود اللي تعملونها. الجوهر الشيباني، أخصائية تفوق عقلي وابتكار، جامعة الملك سعود. مداخلة بسيطة إذا سمحتوا لي. الأفكار اللي تظهر في السعودية، الدعاية حولها، الجهات التي تتولى حين ظهورها تسجيلها وتفعيلها، برأيي هي كلها جهود فردية. الابتكار، الملكية الفكرية، كلها كلمات رنانة أو مفاتيح نجاح سحرية لا نسمعها إلا في المؤتمرات وبعض ورش عمل الجهات المسؤولة مثل الجامعات. ليست في الأرض المعاش ولا في المجتمع الحقيقي اليومي، المجتمع البسيط، ولا حتى في المدارس اللي أعتبرها العتبة الأولى والمهمة في سلم ما نهدف له. هذا الكلام أقوله من وجع داخلي، لأنه عندي خبر أن وزارة التربية والتعليم أغلقت البرامج اللي ترعى، بعض البرامج في المدارس الابتدائية اللي ترعى الابتكار والإبداع. فإذا ابتدينا من إغلاق مرحلة الطفولة، ما حيكون عندنا إنسان قادر أو حتى يفهم هذه المفاهيم. كل هذا إذا حدث هذه المعوقات لن نصل إلى ما نريد. الجهود أنا أراها مشتتة، اجتهادية، وهي متفاعلة حقيقة، لكن قد لا تصل إلى شيء يذكر. ما أريد أن أقوله أننا بحاجة إلى خارطة طريق تستلم الطفل من البداية، تعلمه كيف يثق بقدراته مرورا بالمدرسة، وهذه تتولاها وزارة التربية والتعليم اللي أنا أراها مقصرة وما زالت تفكر بعقلية الديناصور، حتى توصل إلى الجامعة اللي تعلم في البداية ما هي حقوقه، حقوق الملكية الفكرية. نحن في جامعة الملك سعود منظومة الابتكار، عندنا شغل في مركز الابتكار والملكية الفكرية، ونقوم بكل حقيقة جهود نحاول أننا نثقف الطالب اللي تيجي معها هذه الفكرة. نحاول في البداية نعلمها أنه السرية مهمة ولازم تسجلين هذه الفكرة ونبدأ معها، لكن تظل جهود بسيطة، جهود فردية. ما في مادة أكاديميا تعليميا، ما في مادة تعلمها هذا الكلام اللي أنتم تقولونه هنا. إذا يبقى الشيء اختياري، إذا هي جتنا نعلمها، أو إحنا أحيانا نعمل ورش عمل نروح لهم في كلياتهم، لكنه شيء أنا ما زلت أشوفه مقصر. وشكرا جزيلا لكم.
طيب، هو هذا تعليق وليس سؤال. احنا نتفق معاكي في معظم اللي قلتيه، ونختلف في جزئيات بسيطة. يعني مدينة الملك عبد العزيز من مهامها طبعا إنشاء بعض الأكتيفيتيز أو النشاطات اللي تعني بالتقنية والابتكار، منها الخطة الوطنية للتقنية والابتكار، حتى في برامج الحين موجهة للمدارس الابتدائية، وأنا عندي خبر أنها قامت بعض الزيارات لعدد من المدارس في المناطق، لكن احنا نتفق معاك أن هذه تبدأ من وزارة التربية والتعليم. الحاضنات في مختلف التقنية بدأت، ولو أن بدايتها يعني كانت متعثرة قليلا، لكن احنا شفنا، أنا بايست يمكن من ناحية الانكيبيترز ومن ناحية الحاضنات لأني موجود فيها، لكن النشاط اللي نشوفه موجود فيها مقبول نوعا ما. السعودي بزنس انكيبيشن نتورك أو سبين، يو كان جوجل الويب سايت هذا وتشوفون كيف الاكتيفيتيز اللي تكون موجودة فيه، بعض الاتجاهات اللي موجودة في تفعيل النشاطات هذه. إن شاء الله يكون خطوة في مشوار ال1000 ميل زي ما نقول إحنا، لكن زي ما قلنا أنت بحكم موقعك هناك قد تكونين قادرة برضو على التأثير على صناع القرار هناك. كم طلعت من عندكم من براءة؟ هل هي تجاريا مفعلة أو كانت فقط يعني ما لها دور تجاري؟ أنا ما أتوقع أنه كان في بعض النشاط التجاري أو أي نشاط تجاري لمعظم التقنيات أو معظم البراءات، لأنها كانت تؤخذ من منطلق قد لا يكون يعني تجاري أكثر منها منطلق شخصي لترفيع أو حاجة معينة. فإحنا نقول نتفق معاك في معظم اللي قلتيه، لكن أنا أقول إنه في نشاطات، ومدينة الملك عبد العزيز خصوصا من شركة تقنية واللي سمو النائب الحين ورئيس مجلس إدارتها يحاولون إنهم يفعلون في استثمار التقنيات الموجودة سواء في مدينة الملك عبد العزيز أو في عدد من النشاطات الأخرى أو في الجهات الأخرى في تفعيل التقنيات بحيث أنها تكون منطقة نقل تقنية تجارية لهؤلاء الباحثين.
I'll add to that, for LES Arab countries there is again a program for Arab certified licensing professional in the Arab countries, focusing on the Arabs. And even in Jordan, there are some universities, I can't recall which one exactly, they offer master's degree in IP, intellectual property. And for that also, for Saudi Arabia, personally last year, at the same time, I visited Saudi Arabia and Riyadh and conducted a workshop for kids here at Mawhiba and about patents and from idea to innovation to commercialization. This was a program, and I show a slide of one of the presentations that I conducted here. And it's available online at Mawhiba website. Yeah, and it's the only program in the Arab world about IP and patents for kids. And it's certified by or recognized by WIPO and LES Arab countries.
Thank you very much. Yeah, just to complement the answer to our colleague upstairs, the lady who asked about this issue. Well, I would like to talk about the good news that we never hear coming out of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. 5 years ago, Dr. Ahmed Al-Shumemri, who used to be one of the business deans at King Saud University, actually started an entrepreneurship course for the Sana Tahdiriya, the preparatory year of King Saud University. And this course was only taught to the engineering students because the rationale behind this was that they would be the ones who could start technology startups. So this effort was started, as I said, 5 years ago. Dr. Ahmed Al-Shumemri also founded the Prince Sultan Entrepreneurship Center at King Saud University, where they hope to channel those ideas into actual startups. And the Jordanian university that the gentleman from the UN was referring to is the German Jordanian University, which just started a program in entrepreneurship and innovation. And you know, I think the challenge for Saudi Arabia is to make sure that this gospel of entrepreneurship, of innovation, transcends the entire educational spectrum. As a matter of fact, it was 4 years ago that I met Dr. Alaya from Tunis in a technology workshop that Intel sponsored. So again, there have been some isolated efforts that have gone largely unnoticed, but the talent is here in Saudi Arabia. Definitely the drive to make changes here. The challenge, again, is to make sure that the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Higher Education don't roll back the clock. They go forward. And I just have a question for Dr. Lin. You have been looking into the next big thing, the next breakthrough, although some people don't like to use that word, as we learned yesterday. As far as the new technologies, what's next? Is teletransportation feasible in our lifetimes, or is this going to transcend our lives? Thank you very much.
Star Trek.